And what did Draymond Green say when he walked up to the podium? Trust isn't the word I would use.
I mean,
it's so to your point.
So
Draymond's going to do what Draymond does, man.
Yeah, I know, but this is part of when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Right now, he's costing his team and himself.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And there's a lot of people that are like, I ride with Draymond, the good and the bad. Well, right now is the bad. Are you still riding with Draymond?
Well, I don't know. That's a great question.
I mean, have you reached an inflection point?
Well,
because everybody does.
If they lose tomorrow night, I think a lot of people say yes. But if they win tomorrow night, Draymond Green comes back game 4 and they go back up to Sacramento at 2-2, a lot of people are going to ride with Draymond Green.
It would really suck because part of why they are a dynasty is his situation, them losing, getting Durant the way that they did. If it ends poetically this way with another suspension, that's tough to swallow.
It is pretty funny that Joe Dumars is the guy.
Of all people. It's irony.
Who played on one of the dirtiest teams in league history. All right, this is a Warriors Wednesday brought to you by Kirby, your driveway mechanic. Check out Kirby at CURBEE.com. That's Kirby at CURBEE.com. Don't forget, Game 2. Are we giving away Game 4 tickets right now? Are we going to do that right now between 7:30 and 8 o'clock? Oh, we'll wait on that. We'll wait on that with Sam Lubman. Don't forget, you have a chance to get tickets to game number 4, so you better be listening. We're going to do that in the next 20 minutes here on the Morning Roast. We got the Light Years boys in the lobby. San Esfandiari and Andy Liu.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh. I got to hear from these guys. I got to see their faces. Jesus Christ, too much on Twitter. We'll get them in here in just a second. We'll pop them on. They're doing hits on TV. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at that.
In-studio hits on TV?
In-studio hits on TV.
I didn't know Andy woke up. We must still be up from the night before.
Yeah, no, Andy hasn't gotten any sleep. He's hung over. That's what happens when you got those EDM concerts.
Well, Temple Bar does close at 2 a.m.
Yeah, well, what is he doing lingering? Where's he at their hour spots? On a Tuesday night at that.
I thought he was Irish. All the Jameson that guy drinks.
Must be fun to be young, to go out on a Tuesday night. I remember going to Beale Street Bar on Wednesday nights as a kid.
Oh, Beale Street was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. That was a tiny little bar.
It was.
Go up them stairs.
But then not even go up the stairs, just be on the first floor and you just party on the street.
No, you got to go upstairs.
You get those Adios Amigos. Oh, my gosh.
Adios Amigos.
Those are hitting. All right, let's get to the lines.
I'm glad we're smiling this morning. Because sometimes you got to smile to mask the pain.
Well, I was pissed off
like the tears of the clown.
I don't know. Well,
you didn't know I was going to go there, did you?
We could be the real clowns here, losing to the Sacramento Kings.
I feel like the Joker. Have you seen that Joker? They did the movie where it was like a really over-the-top emo one.
Yeah.
Come on, what was it? Was it Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix. I love that one. That was good.
I actually really liked that one.
That movie was great.
Very good spin on it.
Great movie. What are you doing, Lubman? What's going on here? Lubman is
he's locked in. He's getting the boys ready.
Well, I'm trying to take a call here. It just takes my mouse. People can't see me? Oh, all right. Now they can see me. Shout out to Gordos. Shout out for the hoodie, Mr. Hernandez. I love it. It fits perfectly.
I'm kind of jealous. It's a really nice looking.
It is a nice hoodie, huh?
Nice looking
Gordos.
hoodie.
Andy and Sam know about the Gordos. We'll take a couple calls real quick before we get these dudes on here. Tim in Danville. We'll start off with him. He believes Draymond Green deserves a suspension. Why do you think so, Tim?
Well, good morning, guys. I love your show. I think you're great. As unfortunate as it sounds, I think the league got it absolutely correct, and Adam Silver is right. When you look historically, and you look at, and we will call them the cheap shots, with Draymond, Adams, LeBron, Beal, Harden, Conley, Jordan Poole, he has a history, and we have to accept it. My personal opinion is that the Warriors can win without him, and they'd be a better team actually without him. And that may go against what you guys believe, but that's where I'm at, being a long-term Don Nelson Warrior fan back in the day.
Right.
I think this distraction just needs to end quick.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out tomorrow night. That's for sure. We're going to find out. Ryan at Folsom. Ryan, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, guys. I live outside Sacramento now, suburb. Live in Folsom, and I'm obviously from the Bay Area. Huge Warriors fan, so it's crazy what's going on with the Kings out here right now. And I wanted to talk real quick about Draymond Green and the suspension. I was actually at the last regular season game with the Warriors and the Kings, and you know what happened in that game. But those fans were fired up after the game. I mean, really fired up for the playoffs and beating the Warriors. I saw some pretty interesting antics. So it didn't surprise me how fired up they were when Draymond got up on the chair and started egging them on. And my point is, I think what added to the suspension too is that the league, especially with Adam Silver in the crowd, the league is deathly afraid of another huge incident like Malice at the Palace, something like that going on, because that crowd was that fired up.
I told you.
I think that added to the suspension. And I've seen how fired up those fans were. So when I saw that in the crowd,
see, now this is the problem.
That's when you have a bunch of carriers in the crowd thinking that something's going to pop off like that. Nothing was going to.
Malice in the Palace.
But how about this conspiracy theory?
No one said Malice in the Palace when Rendon, and he got suspended for 3 games. When Rendon grabbed the A's fan.
Just walked into a private suite and checked somebody. No one said anything.
Come on.
We actually liked it. Some of these fans do need to be checked and be called out of names. Some of these fans are out of pocket. Saw what they did to E40. 707, Comcast Business Text Line. What conspiracy theories? Anyone bring up Dumars as a special advisor for the Sacramento Kings?
Vivek got his money's worth.
There you go, Sam and Andy. What's up, man? Get in the frame. Are they in the frame?
Yes,
They're
they
standing
are.
up, man. They're ready to roll. What's up, boys?
Oh, we're back. Vontae, Shask, it's been a long week. What are we talking about?
It's only going to get longer. It's only Wednesday.
So my favorite part of this entire thing, and I said this to Bonte, was Sabonis basically pulling the WWE script out with, they had the neck rolls. I mean, they had the bandages, the entire media. This is the funny thing. I'm labeled a fan, and yet the entire media of Sacramento is trying to get Draymond ran out of the league at every single turn. And how about the Steven Spielberg video that was filmed? I don't know who shot it.
Sacramento
It is one of the most incredible videos. You could film that 1,000 times and not get the Draymond reaction with the perfect pan to Adam Silver. It was unreal.
Like a movie. If you were a Kings fan, if Draymond is so bad, why do you want him out? Why are you so happy that he's gone?
He's a scrub, right?
That's what
do you guys think? Were you guys surprised by the suspension at all?
I was surprised. Maybe just giving the NBA too much credit, being like, they're not going to suspend him. They already kicked him out of the game.
That's what I thought.
Everyone saw the film. He shouldn't have stepped on Sabonis, but he clearly pulled his foot. Just, kicked him out of the game, cost him the game, keep him moving.
Sam S. Fan, Diari, Andy Liu, Light Years Podcast. They do a great job. They're on Twitter all the time. These are my guys right here, man. They do a great job podcasting for Blue Wire, the Light Years Podcast. Subscribe to that bad boy. Find your podcast wherever you need to do it. So Draymond Green gets suspension. He gets suspended. Now, what about Sabonis and his actions here? Actually, let me do this. Let me do this.
I don't know if you're aware of this.
Let me do this for these guys.
He's the victim.
Let me do this for this guy. I'm going to set this up for you guys, and then you guys react to it. Here's his interview with Jared Greenberg right after the game on TNT.
Let's play on basketball. Look at the fans. This is it, We're here to fight, So every time we step on the floor, we're going to give everything for our teammates and the franchise.
Do you have any animosity about what happened there?
No, we're both fighting for the rebound, We fell on each other. Stuff happens. It's basketball. We got to move on next play.
Stuff happens. It happens, right? It's playoff basketball. Now, after taking a shower, putting on his Prada jacket, talking to Sacramento PR, they're thinking, we may have a chance here. Adam Silver's in the building. Oh, you know what? Let's spice this up. Let's try to get this boy popped for game 3. Here's some bonus in the locker room about an hour later.
Draymond said that you grabbed or held on to his ankle and he's trying to. Did that happen from your vantage point?
I feel like, it's the playoffs. A lot of things happen. But at that point, I get pushed. I'm falling on the floor. I'm just trying to protect myself, and then whatever happened.
I got pushed. I'm trying to protect myself.
Whatever happened.
Clearly, the Kings got to him, right? Like someone with the Kings was like, hey, yo, we got to push hard on this thing.
Here's what I think. Mike Brown has been with the Warriors for a very long time.
Yes.
He's been the better coach in this series.
Agreed.
He knows inside and out how to take down the Warriors, and he's running the LeBron playbook from 2016. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He comes out here and he just basically regurgitates what LeBron did in 2016, and it works because Draymond's done this to himself.
Yep.
Yeah,
half of the reason, again, I don't agree either, but dude, the league is sick of you, Draymond. You're standing in the crowd. You're waving the towel in Memphis.
So let me ask you this. And then you said the league. Is Steph Curry sick of this? That's the question that I have this morning. Where does Steph Curry stand on this? This is the first time he's been down 2-0 in a series. He's got to be frustrated at minimum.
At minimum. I mean, I think he was probably more frustrated maybe when he knocked out Jordan. But that one felt like just completely unnecessary. This one I think you can kind of explain away, but I guess the problem is how many times you're going to explain away the guy.
Right.
How many times if it was 1-1, maybe fine. You're up 2-0, obviously that's fine. The old school Warriors would be up 2-0 against these Kings. Wouldn't be really a matchup. But yeah, down 0-2. I mean, is this the last time, Sam, we see Draymond in a Warriors uniform? Really is the question that I asked last night.
I thought about it.
Is this it?
I thought about that.
Feels like it.
I mean, look, we all read the news. We all see $400 million in tax. Are they really going to keep it together if they get bounced in the first round? Draymond's making the decision pretty easy if this is the way it goes. If they lose game 3 and this turns into a 4 or 5 game series, he's making it really easy for management to pick a direction.
Can they win game 3 without Draymond Green? Because I still believe they can win game 3 without Draymond Green.
Yeah, but who's going to step up? I was looking at the first 2 games, and the thing that pops out to me beyond the Draymond incident is not a single bench player contributed in any capacity other than GP2.
0 pop off the bench.
Yeah, so it's like, is it going to be Kuminga? Are they going to turn to Anthony Lamb? One of those 2 dudes has to have.
Lamb.
Oh,
one of those dudes has to have a game.
You think it's Anthony Lamb over JMG?
I think so.
Wow.
I
think so.
You do?
That's the sad part, though.
Yeah.
Well, the Moody thing
so.
came out of nowhere because Moody had basically been on a milk carton for multiple months. And then out of nowhere, you're going to start one of the biggest road games of the year in the second half. Like, get up. Let's go. Get on the court. And he did good. But I was like, damn, really? Like, all of a sudden, you're just going to go to Moody? It was very erratic behavior from Kerr.
I think you're probably seeing 25 minutes from Kuminga. I think they were trying to coax him into getting rebounds, but at this point, what choice do you have? He's a good defender.
Yeah.
Right.
Might as well throw him. I mean, what choice do you? He is the most logical guy that they have for. I mean, Jordan Poole is going to be better, and to
he has to be.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Does
he
have
has
to be? Well, Jordan Poole.
Am I wrong?
I mean, yeah.
He was.
How bad is that
playing
foot,
it worse.
though? I mean, how bad is that foot?
Yeah.
You don't usually hear them making excuses post game.
Yeah, half a foot.
Clay was running to his defense.
But if he's got half a foot, I would say just don't even play. Because what
They
we saw
need
in
him.
game number 2, he wasn't a factor at all. He was
Bonte,
lost.
if you're not going to have Draymond Green in this game, you have DiVincenzo feels like this is just a horrible matchup for him. You need a second initiator of offense. You need somebody else who can ball handle. If Poole can't go, you're basically screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
you need
screwed
him to
probably
go,
either
but that
way.
Jordan Poole from game 2 is not helping you.
I mean, he was initiating something. I mean, he was initiating drives, out of
Horrific
bounds.
layup attempts.
I don't know what that was.
Turnovers, bad shots, and I'm not trying to slander Poole. Poole gets a lot of criticism. Clay gets a lot of criticism. It's not fair. Draymond Green had 5 turnovers. Steph had 5 turnovers. It was 10 turnovers in the first quarter.
The one to Davion.
Maybe this is just who they are this season because they're basically playing the same exact way.
Well, they've always been like that, right? They've always been, but they're now older.
Yeah.
They're not washed. They're not washed, but they're older and they look tired and they look a little more.
They don't
beaten
have
down.
the depth.
Yeah,
they don't have.
Rashawn
they
Livingston.
wanted the young guys to come through. They're not ready. At least not at the level to replace an Iguodala, Livingston, and those players.
David
Well,
West.
and DiVincenzo had a monster year this year, and it just feels like, for whatever reason, and this happens in the playoffs, it doesn't work against this particular team. I don't know what it is. If he played for the Kings, he can't really guard anybody on the perimeter. And I thought he was a better perimeter defender, but for whatever reason, he's struggling there, and he can't find a shot. And DiVincenzo was a major impact for this team this year. You can't talk about this year's season, and he's done nothing.
What do you guys think Chase is going to be like Thursday night now that we know Draymond's suspended?
Well, I talked to
great question.
Shasky yesterday, and I want to challenge the fan base because Sacramento been stunting. They've been flexing. We're coming down, deep down I-80. We're taking over Kitty Caraway. I love Kitty Caraway, ESPN 1320. They call it the dental office. Well, they need to be served root canals Thursday night. There needs to be painkillers, Vicodin, everything.
Novocaine.
And look, if the Warriors have the best home court advantage in basketball, which they were 11-1 last postseason, what were they, 31-10 at home last season, 33-8 this year, then your home fan, they need to show up and show out. They got to rally this team. Do we really want to watch the Dynasty go down in flames to the Sacramento Kings this weekend? Like, that's the reality that hit my head. Was like, I may be going to the last 2 games of the season. Maybe a lot of zoo in my life coming up here in the future.
It would be shocking to me if they lost. Honestly, either one of these games.
Really?
There is too much. You just talked about Dante. You know he's hitting 3 threes.
I hope.
You know he is. You know Clay, who's been pretty bad. He's gonna hit like 6 threes both games. You just know these guys at home. The Warriors are way better. These guys are going to be way better. They shot what? Like 31%
at home.
Yeah.
Kuminga's going to get a couple. Kuminga might even get a rebound. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. This team is a different team, obviously, at home. Feels like if they can win Game 3 without Draymond, that does feel like a gut punch.
Shasky just asked me, have the fan base lost hope in Draymond Green? Are they out on him? Now, if they win Game 3, and he comes back in game 4 and they win it, and it's tied at 2-2.
They'll rally behind
And Draymond Green has a big game. We will all be saying, day. That'd be our guy, despite everything, right?
Yeah.
But if they lose,
oh.
I mean, you could argue it would be the third playoff run that he's cost them. 2016, 2019 with KD. I don't think that's fair, but you could argue that. And then
he had a subpar final, so he turned the ball over 30 times in that series.
he was Siakam ate his lunch money. I mean,
which
just
is
took
insane.
him. Yeah. The other thing is like, and I'm looking at just with no Draymond Green, the final 7 minutes defensively they were getting cooked. Offensively, Clay did start to get going. Is there something to Draymond not being on the floor for Klay Thompson? Does it open things up a little in terms of spacing?
Yeah, I mean, the first quarter they started Draymond and Looney. They had 8 turnovers in 5 minutes.
So bad.
Hey, the Kings, like Andy said, Mike Brown knows the Warriors better than anyone. He knows you don't have to guard those two guys. Right. He knows you can send multiple bodies, and they like to turn it over anyway.
All year.
So, I mean, there's a reason Steve basically went one big the rest of the way. It was just a rotation.
We were screaming. We've been talking about this for how many months, Bonte?
Well, even last week, I was saying, I wonder what Steve Kerr's going to go with the one big lineup. And
he waited too long.
You're not going to bench Draymond Green. But, people had the conversation about benching Klay Thompson. And it drives me crazy, but it's there. We never had the discussion about maybe benching Draymond Green if you do go to a one big lineup, because at times, like Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, season ago, the best thing that happened was Draymond getting in foul trouble.
Game 4?
Yeah, but in this series, Draymond's been better than Looney defensively.
Been a bit better than Looney.
Yes. I think Looney has gotten the victim of some horrific foul calls, specifically in Game 2. You never see him complain to the officials. And there was the one where Sabonis purposefully hooked his arm underneath him. That just felt so egregious.
That third quarter was so frustrating. They don't call anything in the first half. You know exactly what happened. They go into the locker room. Someone tells them you missed 50 calls, and they're trying to do makeup.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Looney was the one who ended up paying for it.
He did.
I've never seen an NBA game where a team was in the bonus a minute and a half into the third quarter.
Game.
In a playoff game. That game, which Zach Zarba, Courtney Kirkland, and the Greek dude, they were letting everything go. Letting everything go. And it became WWE, and then all of a sudden the Draymond Green situation happens, and one of the biggest plays of the game, 102-101, and Sabonis gets off with a blatant push-off on
he just plowed him.
You saw it in real time, like, damn, you're going to let them get physical and get to the jersey and push off? Which way are we calling it? But it's not the reason why they lost. But inconsistent officiating, which we talked about all year, it's going to cost them.
It does feel like the Warriors are the one that it feels like they're the one that's playing like it's their first time in the postseason.
Absolutely.
Right. That's the weird part.
Right.
Absolutely.
How does it feel to have everybody root against your team, the Golden State Warriors? Because everybody's rooting against.
It's like the Patriots. I mean, that's what happens. Like you become the Patriots, the Yankees. Like I live for that. That's awesome.
Man.
It's much better being on this end than being the Orlando Magic.
You see people's true feelings. You see that pent up anger. It's been sitting there for 8-9 years.
He had the Memphis block. Some Memphis dude yesterday quote tweeted a Clay gift like, I wonder if Clay's thinking about the Memphis Grizzlies, something like that. It's like
Memphis Grizzlies about to lose to the Lakers in the first round.
You're about to get smoked. Why are you worried about the Warriors, man? Memphis, these small market teams, man, they're hilarious, man. Their media and their fan base comes together. That's the only show in town. I get it. You got to ride for them. What you guys got coming up here, man? Going to sleep? Breakfast? What's
Bonte, I gotta hit the gym, dude. Like Shaq's got to look at him.
Yeah, bro. Every day, bro.
Good.
Thank you.
I got you.
I really appreciate that. Dude, he just made my day.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, baby.
Let's go.
Come on.
Talks about it every day. Guy discovered gym at the age of 40. Go figure.
Hey, better late than never.
I guess right. Those are facts.
I got Masters softball tournament this weekend. Your boys got to show out, all right? Martinez, California, Joe DiMaggio Field. The O Club's coming for you.
Just don't get hurt, all right?
Bro, we played last night.
Get him on the Giants, man.
Exactly.
The Giants could use a guy or two.
I could play the outfield like Conforto.
So I was so pissed yesterday because in the back of my mind I said, damn it, if they lose in this first round, they lose in 5 games.
Oh,
that's what I'm going to have to. It's either Trey Lance, Brock Purdy rumors.
No, Andy.
Or
we're going to do
baseball.
Vanderpump Rules breakdowns with my wife.
Jeez.
Tell me you're in on that.
It's bad. I know Sam is in.
Vanderpump.
Sam is in. Joanna's in.
Thank you. If you got a girl, you know.
Yeah, she's in.
No, but I don't know what.
Sam's red. He knows all the ins and outs, man.
Damn.
You know
what is it? Love is Blind? Do I got to
Love
I can do Love is Blind. I can do
90 Day Fiancé.
I can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, see? Love and
I
hip
will
hop.
watch college baseball before I watch that stuff, man. I can't do it. I'm sorry, babe. Anyway, Light Years podcast in the building.
Did you hear that? Sounds like there might be a sound.
No? No sound?
Oh.
Oh, no sound? No. All right.
Well, it's an injury time.
Go get some sleep. Go get
All right,
some
boys.
Appreciate you guys.
Boy, anytime, man. Good work, man. Continue doing great
guys.
work. Sam and Andy, Light Years
Hell
Podcast.
yeah. Subscribe to the
Do a great job.
podcast.
No doubt about
Light
it.
Years
man.
on iTunes, YouTube, you name it.
Follow them on Twitter, man. They're always roasting somebody, trolling. It's all fun. It's all good.